When I see you, it feels like home. I'm going back again. We'll take it to the end. Remember where we've been and where we have to go. You gotta admit, we were pretty good together.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another bold and the beautiful recap and review. And he's back. Nick is back on scene. So how are you feeling about these first scenes with him and Brooke today? We opened up with Brooke and Ridge in the office. Ridge was waiting on some fabric. I thought maybe Nick was going to be bringing that since he was the shipping king now, but apparently he's just in town and decided to stop by to say hello. Brooke and Ridge, she was doing the same thing she's been doing for weeks now, trying to convince him to come back home. He was saying that, he's happy with Taylor, so we're back and forth on that. And Taylor's talking where she confronted him about the fashion show where they surprised Ridge on the runway with Brooke wearing the Portofino dress. Taylor wants Eric to admit that he would rather Ridge with Brooke. He says that he has great respect for Taylor. She will always have a place at the house.
I don't know, it just all seemed very calculated. And on some level, maybe it was effective.
Effective? What do you mean by that?
Maybe it stirred up old feelings for Brooke.
You know what it was? It was work. It's my job. And it was done. I came home to you. And I'm going to keep coming home to you if that's okay. Yeah?
So Ridge comes home, Eric leaves, and Taylor begins to press him about the fashion show. So you see they're building this up. We have Nick reappearing and sparking something with Brooke. Taylor starting to feel insecure about her relationship with Ridge. So you see where this is foreshadowing. You see where they're going with this. But as you saw, Ridge did try to soothe her worries and told her that he's going to keep coming back home to her. So we shall see. So back at the office, Nick is telling Brooke that she feels like home to him. He can't believe that she's still going through the same back and forth with Ridge after all these years, and how silly he is not to see how wonderful of a person she is. He reminds her of how good they were together, and we get a montage of their special moments from when he was on the show before. So we do get this montage of all of their special moments, and they do kiss. Now, the big question has been, were they going to bring up what happened with Jack? And they actually did bring it up. They said that he is in Paris, and Brooke mentioned that she FaceTime with him or video chatted with him just the other day. He's doing well in Paris. Nick made mention of he didn't want to get in the shipping business like him. He took over his mom. He took after his mom, and he wants to be in the fashion business. So they're trying to fill in the holes with Jack being off scene all these years and making it sound like that Brooke has been active in his life and that they have a relationship off screen. So I don't know if they're going to get into the Taylor part of it and the problems there with that whole situation. So for those of you who need a refresh on this crazy baby storyline, let me just give you the Cliff Notes version. I think the storyline happened around 2007. So I believe they have all the old episodes up on Paramount if you have Paramount Plus, if you want to go back and check out this storyline. But Nick and Taylor were married, and they were trying to have a child via IVF. However, Brooke had eggs frozen at the same lab that Taylor used from when she was married to Nick. So Brooke's eggs were labeled Maroney. Taylor's eggs were labeled Maroney. The lab tech brought the wrong eggs to Bridget. They were actually Brooke's eggs instead of Taylor's, and she inseminated Taylor with Brooke's eggs. Taylor did carry Jack to term and tried to raise him, but knowing that he was Brooke's biological child, she couldn't do it. She actually ended up having a mental breakdown, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was when she was going through one of those alcoholism storylines. So she did eventually give the baby up to Nick, and they broke up. And I think for a time, Brooke and Nick raised the child together. Then I'm a little fuzzy on how Nick ended up leaving the scene because I wasn't watching full time back then. If anybody knows, drop it in the comments. But Nick left. They wrote the baby off and Nick off, and they have avoided the storyline of bringing it back up like the plague over these last few years. So now at least they did mention Jack, but they're doing him like they do the other kids. Like you see how with this Liam storyline with him having cancer, they allude to him spending time with Beth in the dialogue, but we never actually see it. So with this, they're alluding in the dialogue that Brooke had a great relationship with Jack. He is in Paris right now and doing well. But again, we have not seen this relationship over the years. So drop in the comments and let me know your thoughts on how they tried to thread this needle. So we also have some movement on the Luna storyline. So they're at the beach house where RJ used to stay. They're saying that Liam took it over and Spencer Publications donated to the kids for them to have a space for their art class because the California wildfires that happened in real life, they're saying it destroyed their school. And so they used that as a spot. Liam donated through Spencer. So they're there while Hayes is with his class and they're discussing Luna. Liam is very much worried about not being able to be there to help protect Steffi and the kids from Luna if anything happens to him. Finn says he has it under control, but meanwhile, we see Luna using a telescope to watch Steffi and Hayes. So we know something is coming with that. So those were your highlights for today. Let me know your thoughts on the Brooke and Nick reunion, how they threaded the needle with accounting for where Jack has been. What are your thoughts on Taylor's insecurity about her relationship with Ridge? Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Ridge?
Heck. Well, some things never change.